Christmas at the Homeplace. It's really special. It's one of the funnest programs we have, and it's basically where they're coming into 1850, and we're doing the types of things and cooking and having that Christmas that was here in the mid-19th century on a farm family. We do the cooking, basically. I'll do some fudge and some gingerbread. We'll make gingerbread cookie ornaments. And then basically in this time period, what you're going to do, once you've decorated your tree, the next day you get to eat your ornaments. So it wasn't, you're not using like the ornaments that we do today, the glass ornaments or the sparkly things. You're making them, you're getting to eat them. Christmas at this time was a big holiday, a celebration. And you got things that you weren't going to get the rest of the year. And most of your gifts at this time are going to be ones that you've made, or you can purchase some gifts, but it was more where you're making them. You're making just about everything that you need for that Christmas. And it's going to be something that's special to the person that's getting it because somebody else made it for them.
It was a time, it was pretty exciting for Christmas because Christmas was, as we know it today, was pretty much developing in the early 1830s to the mid-1850s, and that's the period that we're talking about.
We decorate the whole house using, of course, natural decorations, greens that we find out in the woods, and berries, and even things left over from the garden like okra pods and cotton bowls and things like that. So it's kind of a fun time too. We get to make things that we don't get to make throughout the year, like special sweet treats and cakes and cookies and stuff like that.
People tell us all the time how peaceful it is here. And that, to me, goes along so much with Christmas. No matter what you do in preparing for it, the peace and joy that you have of sitting back, enjoying the surprises that are to come, the accomplishments that you've had, and just the anticipation of a magical, special, peaceful day with family and friends. And I think we'll be able to bring a lot of that here.
It's different from other living history places. You can come here and there are no ropes, there's no glass to bump into. You can touch and you can smell and you can hear and be immersed in mid-19th century farm life. And that's the greatest. I mean, it's great for me as an interpreter, but then as our visitors come in, we can get them involved in it as well.
We portray a middle-class farm and a middle-class farm family, and every day we're doing the chores that they would have done in the season. So today in November, the crops are all finished, so we move all our work inside. And so that's what we do on the farm. So when you come back on the farm, you can come and experience what it was like living back then. But then we also will ask you to help us. So whether it's tasting the applesauce spice cake that just came out of the oven, or giving you some wool or cotton to work with, and we can also let you come help us harvest some of the crops. That's the essence of the 1850s on a farm. You work as a community to complete the big tasks that you have.
Well, we work a farm just like a regular 1850s farm here. There's no skits we put on, there's no acting. Whatever work needs to be done for the day is what we do. So we come out, and as a member of the agriculture team here, we make shingles for the buildings, we split fence rails, a lot of animal care, maintenance on fence work, and of course, field work, of course, is a huge part of it, especially in the summertime. We do plowing. So really you come out and whatever work has to be done that day is what you're going to do. And sometimes you don't know what we're going to do until we come out here and see what we have ahead of us.
I love the different seasons, so you get to actually be a part of nature. In the spring, when we're out here, you get to see the leaves coming out again and the gardens starting, and then in the summer everything's green and fresh and warm. And then fall comes and it changes again and then slowly transitions into winter. So it's just, I think that's the most enjoyable part. And then also getting to bring the visitors in and help them experience what a farm is like throughout the seasons. I've been coming here since I was 10. maybe even earlier. I'm from around this area, and I have memories of coming through the kitchen and smelling what they're cooking, and coming into the parlor, and they were having a quilting bee, and they allowed me to sit down and quilt even and take part in it. And I've held those memories for a long time until I finally got to start working here. So it's great that I can turn around and create those experiences for other visitors. And you meet all kinds of people, young and old, that come through, and they teach you things about the lifestyles that they grew up with. A lot of people remember living this way.
I love the Homeplace, and I think it's special is because you can be part of the history. Anyone that comes in, you can walk in, you can smell the smells of the past. You can touch things and feel things. The rugs on the floor, the furniture that we have, all this was made by the staff over the last 37 years, the history of the Homeplace. So I think that's pretty good testament to the craftsmanship. So not only do we do that, but we preserve those heritage trades and crafts of the time. I've had a lot of people have said, oh, I hate history, but once they've come here and seen the magic of it. Yesterday we had a couple from Wisconsin, and we had a Christmas tea, so they got to sample some real chocolate. Chocolate was hot chocolate back then, and we saved it. It was pretty expensive, but we saved it for our Christmas program. And they loved it, and they said that they were going to move down just so they could come to the Homeplace. So it's a magical place. It captures people's heart.
It's a lot of fun. Bring your kids. It brings back memories for a lot of adults, but it creates a new experience for children with their parents or their grandparents. I mean, you know, it is something that you can enjoy and just get outside, and it's just a really emotional, to me, experience. And I think it's just great that families could come out and enjoy that, because it's so much where you don't have that opportunity. There's a lot of places to go that are nice, but you have all the lights. Here we don't have the lights. We have a down-to-earth family experience, and I think that's important.